Uh, hello, hello, hello. Okay. Okay. Hello. I'm Simon, and this is an impromptu session of me recording myself with OBS for the very first time. Um, so, Before I explain the purpose of recording this video, I want to first share a little bit about my YouTube channel. So, YouTube. Um, Creator Studio. Um, okay. So this is so my main reason for recording this video is basically I'm going to start something different. So far my channel has been mostly like a kind of like a diary for a game that I play. It's called Osu, and basically all my videos on this channel were just basically about that game. So now I don't know what is this tab something. Oh, okay, funny, funny. Okay, so now I'm going to basically do something different. So the idea is I'm so the point is let me give some background about myself, about what I do. Um, so yeah, bunch of stuff. I'm just getting lost with everything that I'm opening. Okay, so a bit of introduction about myself. I'm Sam, and I'm going to talk about my uh, career, or let's say profession, or career stuff. So I basically have 1.5 years of experience in IT. I work as a software engineer with C++ mostly. So uh, I've done competitive programming in the past. Also, the shorthand for this is CP. And I will just show my profile, and it will be clear in a little bit as to why I'm showing my profile. So yeah. So oh, okay. Just also. So this is my code forces profile, and I've been doing code forces for at least I did for a very long amount of time, and my graph is pretty fluctuating. So I will explain why my graph is so fluctuating, and I'll try to keep that short. So the last time I did a contest was like in August 30, and since then I've stopped doing that. So I'll explain why did I stop. So let's head towards my lead code profile. So this is my lead code profile, and my peak rating. Okay, so yeah, my so before like well, what is this window supposed to mean? So like I've done lead code in the past, and this is basically a site for solving data structure problems and several other things, but mostly I use this for data structure problems and for my contest practice. The lead code holds weekly and bi-weekly contests. So I do those contests, and then they grade you against the ranks you get in the contest, and you get this rating thing as a cumulative, as an assessment of your contest performance across uh, your the time you've spent. So, so like my profile may look okay to some people. To some people, it may look pretty bad. And if we were to speak very candidly from a job hiring perspective in India, my profile is just about okay. It's not anything very good or it's not anything too bad. Some people may think it's also pretty decent. And as it's pretty evident that I've spent a lot of time uh, on both the platforms. I've practiced a lot of problems on code forces, like that's a lot of problems, and a fairly decent amount on lead code as well. So why am I making this video? And like like well, what's the problem? Why would I suddenly randomly make a video addressing all of this when my channel has basically been about one rhythm game for so many years? So the point is, the thing is, like if you do contests on lead code or on code forces, you can basically you will see that not every problem is similar, right? The problems have different kind of flavors. So to put it very simply, if you eat some kind of chips, right? If you eat some fast food, let's talk about chips. So Lay's has several flavors. It has classic salted, it has the spicy version, it has the tomato tangy version, it has a version of onion, cream, and cheese. So similarly, the problems you pick up any contest on Lead Code, and you see these uh, these problems, and you open one of them. So you open one of these problems. I don't really know if OBS is even recording or not, and what will be the size of this video at the end of this whole thing. Let's just hope it doesn't span across several GBs. So you can see something called topics, which is basically the flavors of Lay's chips that I said. So this problem says binary search, greedy, sliding window. These are very specific topics. So my problem is that this problem in particular. So let me share my experience from last week. So like this is the submission tab, and as you can see, the contest happened on 5th January, and well, these submissions are like pretty much after the contest ended. So even during the contest time, when I was solving this problem, and I would say if we check my contest ranking, wait, uh, how do I go back to the contest panel, man? Maybe let's just press the back button. Okay, whatever. So uh, if we look at my contest ranking, my contest ranking is basically okay. This is right. So right now it's 1714 after some plagiarism checks have been run through it. Initially it was 1800. So my speed for solving both the problems was 22 minutes. And following that, I started solving question 3, and I came up with the idea to solve the problem in like I would say 10-15 minutes. But then as you can see, there is no submission here. So what happened in the rest of the time? So in the rest of the time, I basically kept struggling with implementing the solution to the problem. And as a result, I couldn't submit the problem. And even after the contest ended, I basically struggled a lot to get a working solution. And my code looks very, very ugly and you can see a lot of comments. So basically, I had to spend a lot of time debugging this very not clean code, and I somehow got some. So this problem has been very common for me. Uh, Common and major. Okay. Uh, okay. So yeah. So sorry for the delay. So as I wrote it down in this text file that I've I have a problem. It's a pretty major problem that I have with any kind of coding problem. So any problems that require a lot of implementation logic that include casework that may have tricky edge cases, especially after I've like finished the solution and maybe there are one or two edge cases that I've missed. So I have a lot of difficulty in debugging these problems in time and submitting them. And this is a pretty big issue. So this is a pretty big issue because like if we speak about my time in college when I was preparing for in India, uh, you get in the final year of your engineering, companies come to hire you and they put these tests, these coding tests that you have to pass, followed by interview rounds. So the kind of problems that come in these company hirings are are a bit different from what you find on these platforms. Well, not exactly different, but you could say that the problems are uh, the problems are specifically more implementation heavy than pure logical thinking, like logical elements, like pure thinking logical elements like math or let's say some ad hoc solving or some greedy. So they don't test you on these things. They test you mostly on your ability to code and design a problem with some some conditions that they put in the problem. They constrain the problem with certain conditions, and you need to mostly implement it. The solution, when you think about the solution, the ideas are not too hard to uncover, but when you implement the solution, they could get pretty lengthy. They could depend on some heavy data structures, or in general, as I said, these 3 points, they would have any of these in those problems. So I struggled a lot with those kind of problems, and throughout placement, I mostly struggled in passing the tests and even clearing my interviews because my focus was not on these kind of problems. In general, I have some dislike for these kind of problems, and I'm pretty bad at these problems. So now the point of this recording the video is, as I've written here, I have decided to record some of my DSA slash lead code practice sessions. And why I'm doing this is because, so like I've spent a lot of time uh, on these platforms, and occasionally I've spent time practicing some implementation problems. I've tried working on my speed of coding. I've tried not using, like, I've tried coding from scratch in contests, and let's just say that whatever I've done so far hasn't has hasn't been very effective. Like, it has helped me in few ways, but at some point I sort of, either I just lose interest in the style of practice, or uh, I cannot keep up with the form of practice. So now, after some googling, after using some GPT, and well, I came to a conclusion that maybe, as they say, that when you solve a problem, explaining a solution to someone is like a very good way to grade your actual understanding of the problem. So through this recording, I'm not I'm not going to be able to actually speak to a person face to face, but and so as I said, as I wrote that this recording can help me simulate the scenario of sitting in front of an interviewer and trying to explain my solution, trying to explain my thought process to the audience, and it could possibly clarify clarify these vague 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 hazy visuals. By by vague hazy visuals, I mean, say, when I try this implementation problem, so I know that I have to code this idea, but I don't know anything beyond that. I don't know what I'm supposed to code, what steps I'm supposed to follow, how am I supposed to break down my code in different small pieces to actually complete the solution, because the idea is maybe something like a one or two liner, but implementing it in code and getting an actual solution that is correct takes a lot more than just that. So I believe if I explain my solution to through these recordings, maybe this will help me clarify these vague, hazy visuals in my head better. So for starters, I will do very basic thing. So now I don't know if for first thing I don't even know if this recording is going to record this video and the whole thing. I've been speaking for 20 minutes, and on top of that, if it records my audio or not, I have no idea. So, but aside from that, if this works, and uh, what I plan to do is, uh, when I solve uh, LC daily. So lead code daily is basically a problem. They give you one problem every day on their website, and you're supposed to solve it, submit it, and as you solve more and more without taking a day's gap, you build a streak. So there is not much here, but I feel this allows me to like solve one random problem on lead code every day, or every day that I can manage to spare time to solve. So when I solve this lead code daily, I will record all my thoughts, explanation, way I approach the code, some illustrative, some illustrations to some illustrations just to complement complement the explanation, and basically show my thought process while solving the problem. So I'll be doing this with just lead code, lead code daily for the timing. Now there's other things that I could do. I could record my contest. I could record some other practice sessions. But right now I just want to keep it to lead code daily and see how it goes for me. Does it actually help me think better? Can I actually, you know, speak better, communicate stuff better? And I do not expect people to actually watch my videos. Absolutely don't expect that. My only goal is to basically have a recording of myself so that I can review it later on. And I review my own thoughts and processes, and I can then check uh, where and how was I thinking about the problem. So that's the main goal, and with this form of practice, I hope that it makes it better for me to tackle my problems, and it also serves maybe as a resource for someone who just somehow accidentally finds my channel and they want to like go through some solutions for some problem. Maybe they can refer and put some form of criticism or some feedback on my videos if they think this is good, or if they think this way of explanation is bad, or the whatever like you think about the video, you can put that in the comments so that it helps me improve my ability to communicate my ideas. So basically this is the twofold purpose. Mean is that I can review my own mistakes later on, and next is that whoever happens to watch my video can give me some feedback. So that's about it. This is what I'm going to do. And how frequent will my practice sessions be? So, with respect to that, my practice frequency will be once slash twice a week as of now, and I will try to improve the frequency of solving DSA more if I can, and I'll try to record as more and more as I can. But at the starting, I don't have much confidence, so I want to keep it a little less I want to keep it mm, just at a moderate level. So that's about it. So the hopefully through these sessions, I will be able to improve on my weaknesses, and maybe if someone else is facing similar problems, they can also get something out of this. So that's it. So I will end my recording here. Thank you for watching.